Sean from Miles to Memories here, and welcome back to Laughlin. This is part 2 of our Laughlin Casino Tour. If you missed part 1, I'll leave a link here. Make sure to go check that out. We last left with the Laughlin River Lodge, and the next casino along is Harrah's. But unfortunately, it isn't quite connected. So I had to hike over this mountain to the other side, or you could take the water taxi or simply go up to Casino Drive and walk over. But of course, I had to do it the hard way. If you do like these videos, if you appreciate these videos, make sure to subscribe, hit that thumbs up button, hit that notification bell, share these videos with your friends. Thanks so much for all the support, for everybody who's been watching them. Definitely appreciate it. And what you might learn about me over time is I very rarely choose the easy way to go. So instead of walking along Casino Drive to the main entrance, we kind of hiked down the back way here towards the back. And this was sort of slippery and doesn't look like it's been used in a long time. I wonder if they had built it for construction equipment back when they were constructing this area. It doesn't seem like it's a boat launch ramp or anything like that. If you know what this road originally was, let me know in the comments. Now we're out here in the pool area, one of 2 pool areas at Harrah's. This spa is closed and drained. The other spa you'll see a little bit later is full. Here it is. And Harrah's Las Vegas has 1,505 rooms and a 56,000 square foot casino. And there's Wayne Newton. He is everywhere at all the Caesars properties. You've seen him throughout our other videos. I was there opening day when they filmed that. And here's the Harrah's Laughlin Casino. I actually think that this is one of the nicer casinos in Laughlin, maybe the second nicest behind Aquarius. Very modern, and it is home to what is not very modern, and that's the sports book. Let's walk around and we'll check out the sports book, and then I'll be back. Harrah's Laughlin Sportsbook is super high tech. Now this is the buffet at Harrah's, and it of course is closed like so many. And this area is, a lot of it is blocked off, which is sort of interesting. But when we look at the tables here, they still have condiments on the tables. I wonder how long those condiments have been sitting there. Now, Harrah's opened in 1988 with a 15-story South Tower and the 18-story Central Tower. The 20-story North Tower was opened in 1992. And this casino is actually owned by Caesars Entertainment, which was El Dorado Resorts up until recently when they completed the merger. But the land is actually owned by Vici Properties, which is a real estate investment trust spin-off of the old Caesars Entertainment. So it's quite interesting. The casino is run by company called Caesars Entertainment, which was actually El Dorado Resorts up until a couple months ago, and the land is now owned by Vici Properties, a trust that was a spinoff of the original Caesars Entertainment. Now this coffee shop here at Harrah's has an island theme. This almost reminds me of like the Tropicana Las Vegas, kind of when I was growing up, so much bamboo. And then of course, Guy Fieri, he's everywhere, right? Burro Borracho, right here in Laughlin. Now I'm excited to show you what I think is the coolest part of Harrah's Laughlin, and that's the beach. And you'll see, no doubt, a lot of people were enjoying this part of the experience out here in Laughlin. We will take a look at the beach, and then we're gonna hop on a water taxi and see what Laughlin looks like. I left this shot in here because it gives you a great idea of how multi-level Harrah's Laughlin is. A lot of these casinos are here in Laughlin, but this one seems to be even more so, especially the outdoor areas tend to be quite a bit further down from the casino. Let's take a look at the beach. Now I'm going to tell you, in the 112 to 115 degree heat, that water, that beach looks just amazing. And this was by far the busiest section of beach and water in all of Laughlin. So Harrah's is definitely doing a lot of stuff to attract people. And the water taxi is a great service. If you're ever in Laughlin, you have to ride it. It's $5 for a one-way ticket or $20 for an all-day pass. Now, unfortunately, because of capacity restrictions and social distancing, they are not selling all-day passes right now. So you only have the option of a $5 one-way ticket. But other than Harrah's, which is cut off from the other casinos, you can walk between all of the other casinos on the river, and that makes a big difference. I can't stress how beautiful and cool it is just to be out on the water, get that cool breeze, or that hot breeze, that dry desert breeze. Let's take some views of some of the casinos, and I'll be back with you in just a second. Now we can see the Golden Nugget and that backside with Bubba Gumps. If you missed the first part of this tour, make sure to go check that out. We looked all throughout Golden Nugget and many of the other casinos, and there's definitely some interesting things to see there. And it's beautiful from the water here. You can really see how picturesque it is, even despite the fact that you're in the middle of the desert and it is blazing hot outside. Coming into frame right now is the Pioneer sign. Make sure to check out our first video to see that from the water. Now we look at Colorado Bell, or when I was a kid I used to call it Colorado Belly because I didn't understand that spelling, but it is a historic building here, and we talked a lot about it in the first video, and I even did a whole outside tour of it, the whole front side and everything. It is currently indefinitely closed and has no reopening date, but hopefully this iconic building in Laughlin will be able to reopen, and it looks beautiful from the water. Now we're pulling up to the two casinos here that I think are going to be interesting for you on this tour. This is Edgewater, where we parked, and we actually covered that in the first video. But then beyond that, we're going to check out Aquarius and Riverside. And now we are pulling out of Edgewater. We had to stop to drop off some passengers, and this will give you a chance to see what the river walk looks like here. And Aquarius, by my estimation, is the best hotel in Laughlin. And then this is the original Riverside. We're going to explore that here in just a second. But this is the spot of the original hotel slash casino in Laughlin, and there's quite an interesting history there that we'll discuss a little bit later. But let's pull in and enjoy the views. Like I said, those water taxis are a great service out here in Laughlin, and it is one of my favorite parts of going out there. Just getting out on the water and being able to get that view of the casinos is something that's really unique, and it's a lot of fun. If you don't want to rent jet skis or go through all of that, at least you can get out on the water. So here is Riverside. Riverside opened August 2nd, 1966 with an all-you-can-eat chicken dinner for 98 cents, 12 slot machines, 2 table games, and 8 motel rooms, 4 of which were actually occupied by the owner Don Laughlin's family. Pretty crazy. It has been expanded a lot over the years, including expansions in 1972, 75, 83, 86, and 1994. And that 1994 expansion brought a 30-story tower with 792 additional rooms, bringing the total at this hotel to 1,405 rooms. Now Now, this casino also features a bowling alley, a 6-screen movie theater, and 2 classic car attractions. We will check out one of those, even though it wasn't open, a little bit later in the tour. Now, this is a little unique. The gift shop sort of opens up, and I saw this in a few casinos, those huge cigarette racks, like cartons of cigarettes. I guess that's a big business there. I sort of remember that in old school Vegas, but those types of places have largely gone away. If you know why they still do that, or is that a big cultural thing there, selling those cartons of cigarettes? Let me know in the comments, because that'd be kind of cool to know about, and a nice little factoid. And this area, this casino has been added onto, like I said, and so it has sort of that Frankenzilla kind of thing going on where there's different towers plopped down in different areas. But this is the nicest area of the casino, this little high-end slots area with the wood. I really appreciated that. Now let's head outside, because I think the best part of Riverside is out here, and that's this old school entryway. I was really sad to see that these lights weren't turned on in the ceiling. Flamingo Las Vegas, if you've ever been there, has a very similar kind of entryway with the lights in the ceilings. It's very, very old school casino, very old school kind of Vegas-like, but they keep it, Flamingo, they keep it on all day long. I'm hoping at night Riverside lights this up. I'm assuming they do, but it's not on during the day, and that's quite a shame. Now on this day, I didn't go up to the upper levels. That holds the movie theater and some of the other attractions. So maybe on a different tour, we'll check those parts out, and that stuff would be above our head right as we're walking through here. But what they do have out here right on the road is the beautiful car collection, or at least a few cars from the car collection, and then they have the main collection upstairs. What's really interesting is that Riverside is not connected to the other casinos unless you walk along the water or along the street. So the parking lots kind of are open to each other. You can see this. You would think I could walk right to Aquarius, but I can't. That is all blocked off. But this is a thing in Laughlin, just leaving stuff out in the middle of parking lots. I get that's a thing a lot of places, but not really attractive for guests to see that. Now, eventually we made our way all the way over here to Aquarius. And this, in my opinion, is the nicest hotel in Laughlin. And I haven't stayed in the room, so I'm not speaking literally to the room quality, but just the casino, the overall feel of this place is definitely a lot more modern than some of the other places. And there's a reason for that. It was built in 1990, and it is the largest hotel in Laughlin with 1,907 rooms. And it has a large 57,000 square foot casino as well. Now in 2017, Golden Entertainment, the same company that now owns Edgewater and Colorado Bell next door, purchased this hotel. What's really neat about it is the hotel was all built at once, and so you have more of a cohesive theme throughout. And this started its life as the Flamingo Hilton Laughlin from 1990 to 2000, and then when the Hilton branding was lost, it became the Flamingo Laughlin until 2006, until it changed to Aquarius. And this is the buffet, which is closed, of course, but this is one of the better locations of a buffet, and it has a beautiful view of the river. Sort of reminds me a lot of the Flamingo Las Vegas buffet, which has views of the habitat outside. But let's look around a little bit more, and then I'll catch you a little later. I love how they worked that Outback Steakhouse into the casino, even with its very distinct architecture. And this casino is very modern, and I like that. And just notice the ceiling height compared to some of the other casinos we've looked at. That's really what makes it feel a little bit more modern, maybe more like a newer Vegas casino compared to some of these other casinos out here in Laughlin. But definitely appreciated, and I felt very comfortable here and really liked it. And if I was going to come out here, other than maybe Harrah's, I would probably stay at Aquarius, just judging from how it all looks. But let me know where you stay when you're in Laughlin in the comments. Which hotel do you think is the best here? And which casino do you like the best? All right, we're gonna head back to Edgewater to get my car and then drive over to Tropicana. And here we see that same theme of just stuff left out in the parking lot. Looks like they did a renovation maybe recently, and we have desks and chairs and lamps and all kinds of stuff from the old hotel rooms. Some benches, even slot machines here. So this is their graveyard of sorts. And a look from the outside, and you'll notice really quick that Aquarius sign is really beautiful. But what is exciting about this area is the street art. Now there is another casino right there. It's on the left. You can kind of see it right at the bottom of Edgewater called Regency. I didn't go there. Maybe I'll do that in a future video. But instead we checked out this street art all along this wall that separates Aquarius and Edgewater. And I thought it was really beautiful. So let's take a look at that. And then we're going to head across the street to Tropicana. So we're finishing the tour and I'm going back to the car. It's about 3 or 4 in the afternoon. And yeah, 3:49 p.m. And I don't know how to describe the feeling of the sun here in Laughlin at this time of day. But you can almost feel it burning your skin as it hits it. All right, we got the Tesla and now we drove across the street to Tropicana, the only of the Laughlin casinos that is not on the water. It actually sits across the street, and this is the top of the parking garage as we'll take a little bit of a look at Laughlin and the Tropicana. We're gonna start by looking at this railroad track here in a second, because Tropicana used to be known as the Ramada Express, and it used to have a full train, a 3-foot narrow gauge train that used to operate around the property. I believe that is all that's left of it. Maybe there's some other remnants that I missed, so let me know if there is. I'd love to go out there and film some more of that. But this is Tropicana Laughlin, which opened in June 1988, and it has a total of 1,498 rooms. So many of these hotels have between like 1,400 and 1,700 rooms, but they are huge hotels, almost all of these. Now in 1993, that garage you saw and the Promenade Tower, which is right there, and this town square were built along with some other areas of this casino to sort of expand it. And the name changed back in 2009 to Tropicana Laughlin. So it was a Ramada to start, and then it became Tropicana. And that area we just saw was the coffee shop. It looks like this big empty area with like temporary tables. Really, really basic and not really attractive at all. So it seems like mostly an afterthought. But you will see that railroad theme persist throughout this property as we kind of go through it. Start by looking at the ceilings here. Now, I think for some people this might make it seem like a warehousey kind of feel, but that is very typical of railroad stations, especially in Europe and elsewhere, that type of ceiling that you're seeing right here. And this casino is just nothing really impressive about it or interesting. It was owned by Eldorado Resorts, and it still sort of is. Eldorado, of course, turned into Caesars Entertainment. Now, this is my favorite part of the casino, this wooden area. It's really beautiful, and I imagine it's just a holdover, like so much else, from the railroad theme, as we get another look at that great ceiling and the table games. Let's walk around a little bit more, and then I'll be back to close out the video for you. Why would they put the cigarettes next to the thing you have to touch for the doors? But these are all of the Tropicana El Dorado type properties, and you can see some of the more famous ones like Lake Tahoe and Atlantic City. And these are all part of Caesars Entertainment now. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave a comment. Let me know if you liked this video. If you hated it, let me know that too. Hit the thumbs up. Definitely share these videos. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. We have tons more already filmed and coming. I really appreciate you watching, and I hope you enjoyed this tour of Laughlin, our mini Vegas, just about an hour and a half from the Strip. Bye.